Okay, sorry about before. My phone ran out of memory, so I couldn't. So I had to, make a part two video of my January pickups. So this is where the first video left off. So as I was saying, I was just talking about my 2010 proof set, and I started off with this 2010 ATB quarter silver proof set. I was already talking. I already showcased the wedge tail and the panda in my last video in part one. So yeah. So here are the obverses of the 2010 quarter proof set, and as I said before, yeah, the U.S. Mint did not align all of them correctly. The Yosemite one right here happens to be upside down. So yeah, not really happy about that. So I got this proof set for my LCS. So let's move on to this part of the proof set. So you see the silver half dollar, the silver dime. The nickel is, just nickel and copper. The penny is still zinc coated with copper. And the dollar is made out of brass. It is a brass clad copper. But yeah, the dime and the half dollar are silver. And the half dollar really looks nice as a proof. I really like the dollar. This is probably one of my favorite dollar designs. That is the Native American dollars. I really like. I mean, out of all the coins, released for the Native American dollars, I really like this bundle of arrows. I think it's called it's some type of belt representing peace between the tribes in the Iroquois Confederacy. I forgot what the name of the belt is, but yeah, it's just representing the treaty among all the tribes in the Iroquois Confederacy. So yeah, you really see some really nice details on the arrowheads. I assume these are flint arrowheads. The belt also has some really nice design details to it. I can't really focus it too much, but really nice details on the dollar. So, the quarters and the uh, other denominations, they can contain silver, but this is the presidential proof set, also 2010, but these don't contain any silver content whatsoever. They're made out of brass clad copper, just like the Native American dollar. So that's the 2010 silver proof set. So let's get to the two slab coins I did not talk about in my previous video. So let's start with this. This, what you see right here, is 1921 piece silver dollar. For any of you guys who are numismatists and collect the piece dollar series, you would have known that the three most desirable dates are the 1921, the 1934 S, and the 1928. With 1928 being the lowest mintage in the series and the key date of the entire series. I got one of the highly desirable semi-key dates, the 1921 high relief. This is, the piece dollar was only made in high relief in 2 years. 1921 and 1922. In the case of the 1921 piece dollar, there are two versions of the high relief made. A business strike high relief coin, which you see right here. This is the business strike. It has a mintage of about 1 million coins. I mean, yeah, so I have the business strike high relief. In 1921, they also made a proof version of the high relief peace dollar. However, the proof version doesn't look like a proof. Believe it or not, the proof piece, high relief peace dollars had a matte finish. When you think of proof coins, you think of, this mirror-like frosted finish. Well, believe it or not, the peace dollar proofs did not have a mirror-like finish. They were matte proof. They have a matte finish. They created the high relief proof peace dollars through a technique known as sand blasting, where they shoot sand at the coin blanks at really high pressures to make the matte finish. So yeah, 1922 they also made a high relief peace dollar, but it was only proof only. The business strike 1922 peace dollars were not high relief, but they were. But in 1922 they didn't make some high relief proofs. The 1922 high relief proof peace dollar is the most desirable coin in the entire peace dollar series. I believe only a dozen of the 1922 high relief proofs exist. So, I mean, if you see anybody with a high relief peace dollar, the one you'll most commonly encounter would be this 1921 peace high relief business strike, of which there are 1 million pieces made. Yeah, you won't see anybody with the 1922 high relief proof because there's only a dozen of those in the world. But yeah, now 1921 has a huge premium over other peace dollars. All the other peace dollar business strikes, the 1921 has a huge premium. This one's graded about AU58, which is probably as close a circulated coin can be to before being a mint state coin. I mean, not AU58 coins are actually basically mint state coins, but sometimes they have so many bag marks in a certain area that it turns into wear. Or another reason why a coin might be an AU58 is if the strike is very weak. And as you can see, my 1921 peace dollar has what looks like to be wear on the hair, but that's not wear. That's a really weak strike. It's not wear. One thing that plagues the 1921 peace dollar business strike coins is that they have a tendency to have really weak strikes in the hair. And my coin's a prime example of that. So maybe that's the reason why it's an AU58. Yeah, so it looks like wear right here, but that's just a really weak strike. Because I mean, you would question why, since this is a high relief coin, why would it have such a weak strike? Well, in order to prevent the dies from breaking, the United States Mint used less force on the dies when making these high relief peace dollars. As a result, not all the details struck up, especially the hair, which is a very intricate part of the design. So yeah. So I mean, it's not wear; it's just a weak strike. That's why I got AU58. So as you can see, this has some slight toning to it. This is not dirt, by the way. This is toning. It looks better in hand than on the video. The video doesn't do it justice, but yeah, it has luster, typical of an AU58. It has some brown toning, brown and black toning throughout the coin. So what I know is about the 1921 peace dollar is that only the obverse is struck in high relief. As you can see, the depth of the relief. I can't really do the coin justice. You have to hold the coin in your hand to really see the relief. Because keep in mind, it's a high relief. It's not an ultra high relief, so it might be harder to see. The reverse, however, was not struck in high relief. It was struck with basically the relief on the reverse is probably the same as any other peace dollar coin in the series. it's the the reverse was struck in a low relief, while the obverse was struck in a high relief. So the reverse, just like the obverse, has the same toning. So yeah, as I said, I bought this coin for this AU58 coin from APMEX for about $200, which is about the market price of this coin. The value of this coin really jumps when you get to the mint state. Like for example, MS61, you expect to pay about $325 for that coin. For MS65, I think you have to pay like a few thousand. MS63 probably, I don't know, $800. I'm not really sure, but when you buy this coin in mint state, you really have to cough up a lot of money. You have to have some money in the bank to buy a mint state peace dollar. So that's why for any of you guys who are into older numismatics, it's better to buy AU58 because you basically have a mint state coin. You just don't pay the mint state price. So yeah, really nice coin. Here's another coin. This is a 1900. Oh yeah, it's a gold coin, by the way. The only gold that I've picked up this January. It is a 1900 Denmark 10 kroners. These are these are quite scarce coins. What you see is King Christian the Ninth. I think you see the Roman numerals IX. I think that stands for ninth. I'm not sure. I really forgot my Roman numerals, but so yeah, King Christian IX or ninth, I think. So he's on the obverse of this 10 kroner, and on the reverse you see a seated woman. As you can see, there appears what to be a fish tail under her throne. That is in fact a dolphin. The 10 kroner coin minted under the reign of Christian the Ninth are often called mermaid coins, and you can see why. Because if you don't notice that this was a dolphin, you would have thought it was a mermaid tail, and that the seated lady you see right here is the mermaid. So that's why they call it the mermaid coin, because if you don't look at it very closely, it looks almost as if the seated woman is a mermaid because of the dolphin that was underneath her. You would think that's her mermaid tail, but no, it's a dolphin under a seated woman. I believe the woman is a female personification of Denmark. So I mean, it kind of makes sense to call this the mermaid coin, because as you know, the story of the Little Mermaid originated in Denmark, in Copenhagen. So I mean, it's nice that this coin is an allusion to the Little Mermaid, because the dolphin underneath the seated lady makes her look kind of like a mermaid, and due to the fact that the Little Mermaid story, the story of the Little Mermaid originated in Denmark, so it's kind of interesting. So these Denmark 10 kroners are minted at the Copenhagen Mint. I think under Christian IX, there are less than 1 million of these coins minted for all years, not not 1900. Like the entire 10 kroner series, if you're to combine all the years, there will be less than 1 million minted. There was less than 1 million minted of the entire series of these coins. So that'll tell you how scarce these gold coins are. I believe the 1900 has about, 100,000 coins minted, somewhere in the 100,000 range. So if you're to combine all the years, there will be less than 1 million minted for the entire date run. So, but despite having such low mintages in comparison to other European coins, these coins don't trade that much. These 10 kroner coins aren't really that expensive above their melt value. So I think these are really great sleeper coins. Okay, so sorry about that. So that's everything I've got to show you today. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And please look at part 1 of my January Silver Stack pickups. Peace, YouTubers.